Hey, it's your boy Dizzy D Spill and my co-host in the building.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
It's been a minute, but I think we got some fire to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you been living, bruh?
Bro, I've been rolling, man.
Rocking and rolling?
Yes, sir. Been running so long, about ready to take flight, man.
Hey, man. Sometimes you gotta get outside of the outside raps. But we here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all gonna like this conversation. And if you don't like it, I know you're gonna hate it. So, but that's the beauty of it all, right? Anyways, we got a lot of conversations coming up, but we're not gonna tell you all of them because we want you to stay tuned. But there's a specific individual that's getting some heat right now, that's getting some attention and getting a couple laughs.
Dog out there thugging, man.
Out here thugging. Anyways, man. So you been good, brother?
Yeah, man. I'm been good, ups and downs. You know, ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, man. I touched up on a couple things on the shows and stuff like that. I said I wasn't gonna bring it up, but hell, I'm gonna bring it up, man. I had to talk about Kwame. You know what I'm saying on another show.
I'll be tuning into that show to see what your thought was.
But you know what? I wasn't really cashing his check like that. You know what I'm saying? I was actually kind of defending homie a little bit. But I seen a mic drop that Stephen A. Smith just did, right?
Okay.
And you know when Stephen A. Smith starts out real polite and real kind, you know it's about to get fucked up, because he started out, he was like, make no mistake, I have nothing personal against Kwame Brown, the person. I have no problems with Kwame Brown, the person.
Nigga attacked his NBA stats.
Bruh, but he played a minute of highlights.
Oh, man. Yeah,
He's like, he played on 13 teams. So he corrected me because I thought he only played on like a few. So I got to correct myself with that and do better research. But he played a minute of Kwame and it was a minute on one team.
It was dark times with the Lakers with Kwame Brown.
Bruh, he was dropping the ball. He was airballing layups, and he was just, and that was his point, that he was just not a great NBA player. Yeah. And there's a meme that I haven't shared yet because it's sentimental to me. And it's a meme of Jordan yelling at him when he was on the Wizards. And then a meme of Kobe yelling at him on the Lakers. And the caption said, man, this man has to have PTSD. You get yelled at by Kobe and Jordan, bruh. It's just like, bruh,
you ain't doing something right.
It's just like, bruh. And when you see Kobe and Jordan's expressions when he getting at him, you can just tell it's like they're not talking about what they doing after the game.
Nah, niggas is hot like, how you even do that?
So yeah, that was that shit had me rolling, man. So I hope Kwame gets some peace of mind, because you know he one man army taking on the media.
Yeah,
man.
He's taking a few shots, man.
No pun intended. No pun intended, man.
It was wild. What's the name was out of line though? Charlamagne was out of line.
I heard he apologized though.
He did. You know,
but it's too late.
It's just like I was like, the homie told me about everything that was going on. I was like, oh word. I was like, okay, wow, that's wild. And then next thing I know, I see the Breakfast Club. I hear Charlamagne just nigga tipped over the whole can of beans. I'm like, hold on, bro, that's way too much information. You out of line.
Come on, Charlamagne.
Yeah, he was out of line, and then next thing you know, I want to apologize to. And you know,
I said on a mixtape record many years ago, talk my shit like Charlamagne. It was ahead of its time.
yeah, for sure.
I said that in like 2014.
Oh yeah, cause Charlamagne, bro.
Don't nobody talk shit like Charlamagne.
Nah, nobody talk shit like Charlamagne, bro. I've never seen that video,
bruh.
Them cats was trying to whoop him outside the building,
bruh. Before work, wasn't it like before work, like 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that?
It might have been before or after, bro. But I was.
Hey, but he showed ass and elbows though. He was out.
He was out there.
He was out. He was like, never. Yeah, I was like, oh man,
this game wild, bro.
But yeah, so like I said, I hope that gets taken care of. But I don't see it. I don't see it ending too well. But I do want to talk to my bruh, and I know I'm pretty sure that people listening want to weigh in, leave some comments, because it don't seem like this man is going anywhere anytime soon as far as in being quiet.
Bruh,
Kevin Samuels.
Straight thugging on it.
Straight thugging. Straight thugging.
There's no regard for human life.
Thug life, right? And I'm gonna play a clip before we get into it. Let's play this clip. You sent me this clip. You sent me this clip.
I did send him this clip. Granted, it is PG-13, maybe 18.
Oh, it's PG all of it. The video is titled "Women Get Smart" with Kevin Samuels, and it all goes downhill from there. So let's see how this exchange escalates quickly. Go, yeah, you might need to pour up for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
So let's see what happens. You gonna play it?
Yes, they were.
Okay. Have you ever sought therapy?
Have you?
Excuse me?
No, I'm asking. Have you?
All right. Let you get your big ass up off my show because I don't do this stupid fat chick shit. See, this is why I don't deal with. What did I tell you guys? These big fat attorneys. With all this attitude, talking about she chose to be single, and I'm supposed to sit around and just be nice to this delusion. Ask this Landwell a question and she gets an attitude.
So disrespectful.
Bruh. So.
Wow.
Okay.
So just hurtful.
Okay, cousin Kev be tripping.
He could be thugging with his pants all the way pulled up like a vato.
Yo, like
he's not playing. Straight cholo.
First of all, it was the soundtrack for me that was playing in the background.
The slow roasted jazz music.
The doom doom doom. See, I ain't got time for you big ass Landwells up in here. Just like, okay, so make no mistake, like Kevin Samuels be going hard.
Yeah, he keeps it. He keep it definitely sushi.
Yeah,
all the way, bro.
Yeah,
it's bad. Raw. Sushi on you.
I don't think he's looking for. I don't think he necessarily looks for the fight, but he definitely embraces the fucking war.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And I mean, don't get me wrong. his word selection is up to him, but I can appreciate the honesty, the brass, the raw uncutness of it.
Bro, showing up with brass knuckles, dog.
Like, don't get me wrong. Called the name calling and etc. There's a time and a place for that. But how he doesn't tolerate anything, yeah, he's just
it's airtight. There's no, it's almost like I'm going to disrespect. You know what it reminds me of is like, you know, the little petty thing you used to do in school where I'm going to break up with you before you break up with me. So it's like, I'm going to cook your ass for you cook me. I'm not.
I pulled that card once. Yeah. I definitely understand.
So it's like cousin Kev is out there like, no, I'm just going to go right out for the jugular right now.
For the jugular, bro. He ain't talking it out or nothing. He like, you know what? Let me get you off my podcast right now.
Okay, let me get your big ass off. I was just like, yo, all right, okay, you got it.
You know, he's just
got it.
It's like he's 0 to 100
real quick,
bro.
So I mean, how do you feel about his message? Do you think Kevin Samuels' message is a lie? Do you feel like it's all publicity? Or do you feel like people can't look past how raw he is to see that the dude is actually telling the truth?
It's all of the above. you know, how I see it. No, for sure. Like, how to answer that, like, you know, analyst of the game, for sure. You know, what's ill about it is that, you know, me and my lady was talking about the clip I sent you like 5 minutes after.
Okay.
Like, we was talking.
Oh, y'all talked about it right after you sent it to me.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Bro, I watched it like 5 times.
You had to, because it's just, that nigga played the music for her.
Bro, because I ain't seen that one.
Hey, you know what I sent you? I sent it to you. I said, bruh, thug. He just.
But see, I underestimated your warning. Because if I had been on my game when Dev say somebody thugging, that means some real shit go down. But it was so simple, like bruh thugging. I thought like maybe he just hung up on somebody, but it was like nah he cooked.
He caught her, gutted her, did none of that. Man, but like I said, I think it's all of the above. I think he is being honest. For sure. I also think he is being disrespectful.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
And he's just showing who he is.
Yeah.
From a standpoint of his interaction with women.
Right.
He has a certain mindset of how he engages with a woman or how it should be.
Okay.
And that's what he rocks on. You know, and some women may find it like, oh, this nigga cocky. This nigga may be gay. This nigga may have a problem.
I spoke on that too, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard it, you know what I mean? And all I can say is from what I see it, okay, this is this man's perspective on however he interprets things with women. If he feel like, yo, you should be, but whatever, you know, you should be this, blah, blah, blah. That's his perception. But
yeah,
he's definitely honest. Like, and I had to think about it too, because you mentioned it to me. He was like, he roasted some guys too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
it's like, not one sided. Like if you get on stage and you try to bullshit, or you try to lie, or you try to, or your intentions are to be combative,
right,
it's gonna end terrible. Because I've seen some interviews where it's not like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen some interviews, because I don't have a whole lot of time to just follow Cousin Kev.
yeah.
That's Cousin Kev. Like, everybody got a cousin like that. That's just like, man, I don't give a fuck out here.
Yeah.
That's why I call him Cousin Kev. And I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some clips where it's not always like that. And that's what people have to understand about media. It's like, people they're gonna share the shit that's right. You know what I'm saying?
It's engaging.
That's engaging.
Controversial, yeah.
They're not gonna share a video with him talking about, all right, you know, if you want to turn your stocks into this, or you want to buy real estate. No, they don't. If people cared about that, then the world would be a different place and the media would be different. But, you know, the average person is driven off of controversy.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, but all of his content isn't that, and I've watched enough of it to know that. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I do feel like more than 80% of the folks that get into these situations with him, they ask for it.
Of course. Yeah, they know.
They know.
They've seen
his shit to call in and be like,
yeah. They also want to wake up call some honesty shit. You know
well, I feel like that's one or the other. Like, you're either gonna have somebody that's coming in wanting some honesty, or you have somebody coming in that's like, I think I can take them. These females don't know how to do it.
And all of it plays because it's his channel.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
And they don't understand, like, you don't have the control. Like, he can silence you at any point and then cook you after that. Yeah. And then a lot of times he'll let them come back on. And he'll be like, now, what I told your ass earlier. And I'm just like, see, why are you doing this to yourself?
What's also good, though, is I think people need that honesty. I mean,
hell yeah,
because like now,
in this climate,
exactly.
Yes,
bro. Like in this climate, some people aren't nice. I mean, some people aren't honest with themselves. Like how we hear with kids, they're giving away third place trophy, fourth place trophies.
You did get third place ribbons and stuff.
Participation trophy.
Yeah, participation. No, we can't do participation.
And then at the end of the day, it's just animal instincts. Who's the alpha male? Who's the most dominant? Female's gonna go for that, and vice versa. So it's like
the people at the top have a dominant energy to them. Even with women,
Right, exactly.
Even with women, like the women that, you know, the popular girl at school, or the girl that, you know, gets certain things, or the girl that gets her way, there's a dominance to her to be able to obtain that.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing people they kind of may overlook or ignore when they go on that show. And he just reminds them of like what's naturally real. Like, don't get me wrong, we all know if a female walks into a spot with a crazy ass, it's just that we're men. If you're alpha man and you like women, somehow her or you're gonna glance or you're gonna see the ass.
Most men are gonna see it from the front.
Yeah, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, you're gonna see it. Yeah,
it's not saying that you love her, you're into her,
or you're gonna talk to her.
Yeah,
but you see it. And women do the same shit.
Exactly.
But the difference, but you know what they do? Well, no, that's not always the case, dude. Yes, you do. Like,
if that brother's tall, he looks sharp. He stands.
If you can
up
notice
straight,
that, if you can notice that a man is tall or short,
exactly,
then you know if he's attractive or not.
Exactly.
Which means you probably thought about if he got pipe or not.
Exactly. You see the niggas.
Sweatpants.
Ladies, you peep the man's shoe size.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just secondary nature in this.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't.
It's human instinct.
Yeah.
It's human instinct and behavior.
And that's what he talks about on there. When I heard him say, like, okay, well, you're so-and-so this height, you weigh this much, and boo-boo-boo this much, why do you think you should have, like, a supermodel type spouse? I'm just being exaggerated.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he lays that out to where you can see, you know, the odds was stacked up. And don't get me wrong, that's exterior stuff.
But he's also describing that person. And this is important because I really do hope a lot of women are listening, because we're saying it in a not so raw sushi way.
We talking about guys too. It go both ways.
Yeah. But like when he breaks down like the way a woman looks as far as exterior, right? Mm-hmm. Because the initial that's the initial impression when you meet somebody, you know, how they look or whatever the case is.
Yeah,
you know, that's whatever your flavor is when you approach somebody, whatever you like, right? So what he's breaking all that down when it comes to like these high value men or whatever, saying this is you and you're competing against this. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it is everything is a competition, but yet when it comes to finding a mate, it's supposed to be a fair game.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a fair. It's not a fair game.
That's why you hear the phrase "love and war" or "love is war."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even when you watch National Geographics. Yeah. I mean, National Geographic. I don't know if it got an S on it or not. It's been a minute, but
I say them all.
If you see some shit like, oh, you know, the female spider so and so mates with and she chose this one. Oh, she ate that nigga afterwards.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, that's wrong.
I would really be weak if she said she ate that nigga afterwards. So what Spider-Man is this?
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mother Nature is raw. It's uncut, and our DNA is stupid raw and uncut. Like, unfortunately, I think. One thing we do need to clarify, I want to clarify, this is one thing me and my lady was talking about. The things that Kevin puts out, they're not fact. They're all opinion based.
Yeah.
Let's keep that G, because it's not, everybody doesn't just, everybody does go off exterior, but not so much to a degree of the same. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the beholder thing. I do believe in beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
Like, I do believe in that.
So knowing that, you know what I mean, some people value exterior this much. Some people value, and that's all his opinion is a lot of exterior, and that's fine. Some people are more interior, like they don't give a fuck what you look like. Yeah. If you got a big heart, they gonna rock with you. Right. They gonna, you know what I mean? So what he's saying is it's not fact. Like, whoever hears that or communicates with him doesn't have to take that for fact.
Yeah, he's going off of people that he's talked to. So it's not so much that it's like, yo, this is the statistic out here. He's saying, look, when I talk to these type of men that you're talking about, this is what they are saying.
Also with his opinion too, because he's a guy, and I heard him say like one chick, I'll take you home, blow your back out. So I'm like, okay, this guy likes females.
Yeah,
he's obviously, from his charisma and style, he probably been with a few females. He's been
married twice.
Exactly. So he he knows his way around female situations and anatomy. So he has his own personal opinion that he also implies when he answers things. Right. Which is, quote, his opinion, you know what I mean? His experience. So I would just want to make sure people don't think that we taking his word for fact, or when you hear his word for fact. It is an opinion, and it's a very funny.
It's hilarious and wild.
It's social media. Social media is not for everybody. And that's entertainment. That's why he says, this is my channel. Yeah. You can change the channel if you ain't fucking with bruh.
Right. The thing that I point out with him, though, is that there's a reason, even though everything he says is definitely not fact. Most things that people say isn't fact. It's majority opinion. Unless you can break down scientifically how it is. Most things are opinion. But what people have to pay attention to, ladies, is that if a lot of guys are kind of like, well...
I mean, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If a lot of guys are like, well, I mean, then you might want to ask, okay, can you explain?
This is where you get that. This is where they fire off that red flare. Like,
yeah.
Why do I need a man?
Yeah.
Well, if you're trying to be in a relationship.
Well, okay, I'll give you an example, right? It's this thing where it's like, when you start hearing some real shit, all of a sudden your ears don't work anymore. You know what I'm saying? And
I can't relate to that. If I hear some real shit,
well, I'm not saying us. I'm just saying that's most people. You know what I mean? All of a sudden now it's like, I'm tuning you out. Now it's time. It's battle mode now, right? Okay. Like, I seen a meme and I thought it was hilarious, but I thought it was clever as hell. It was a tweet. And a young lady said, why do men start podcasts instead of going to therapy? And then the response was the same reason why y'all started OnlyFans instead of getting real jobs. So
that was so disrespectful.
It sounded like some Kevin Samuel shit when he said that. But the funny thing is it's almost like, okay, you threw a rock and you didn't expect somebody to catch it and throw it back. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yeah.
And I understood both sides. It's like, it was one side I was like, I'm gonna critique you, and then the other side was saying, well, be careful what you critique, because you know what I mean? And it's not to say that either one of those things are fact, because every podcast isn't a therapy session, and every person on OnlyFans isn't twerking. There's some people on OnlyFans that's literally cooking food and like, hey, let me show you my recipes. But it's just the reputation
which is also a very strategic business approach too. If you want to start a class, you ain't got to put together a big class, right? Just give a nigga subscription to OnlyFans where you teaching them shit.
Hey, right?
Yeah, that's genius.
It's genius.
I agree though. Like it's, don't get me wrong, I think I gave up on the whole battle of men, women, opinion shit. Like, yo, I'm 33 years old. I'm at that complete number right now. I'm straight rolling. Like I just said early on, I've been running so long. My wings, I'm about to take flight, so I ain't worried about this and this. It is entertaining. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But I just take it for, like, let's have that talk. If you want to talk to me about something, speaking of females, if you want to talk to me or my female about something, let's just straightforward talk about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? No matter if it's exterior, financial, interior, whatever. Yeah. Let's just talk about it. Yeah. No subliminals, nothing. But it's just kind of funny to see, Kevin do his thing on there. It's just like, I admire the honesty. Some people that hop on there, I don't know what they be thinking, but
I think bruh says it in a way that a lot of people have probably always wanted to say it.
For sure. It's plenty of people that think the same thing.
Because there's a civil war.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. My bad. I'm drinking. I'm gonna have to give you some money because I'm about to pull up again.
I don't care.
We're gonna have to get another bottle. Man.
A whiskey.
I got work to do.
I think that. I think there's a civil war, and there's always going to be a civil war between men and women. It's rough with black men and black women, but I think the other thing that goes with that is that you have to understand that there are different, not necessarily levels, but there's different sections of the house when it comes to these debates. You have people that are in different stages of their lives feeling a way. It's almost like a hit dog gonna holler type of situation. When they hear something, everything doesn't deserve a response. Everything doesn't deserve a reaction.
I understand that.
And I think that some of the things that he's saying can be helpful if you take the time to really evaluate yourself, because I do believe the average person evaluates everything else on a regular basis more than they evaluate themselves.
Makes sense. Yeah. I think about a lot of things.
We could talk about how the drive-through fucked up. We could talk about how somebody drove or cut them off on the freeway. We could talk about how the person that you had an appointment with was late. We can critique everything, ourselves.
I agree. Mine works like I'll go through the majority of the day. Analyzing what happened to me, why this, and this, and then at the end of the day, I'll take that time and reflect. Like, okay, what about you? Like, how did you react to that situation?
Yeah.
What blah blah. What
did you do different?
Exactly. Yeah. It's shit. They gave you the wrong order. Well, nigga, did you check the order before you drove off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did you do? What could you have done differently to make your experience be a little bit? And see, that's the accountability part that's difficult for people.
That's a very important word. Accountability.
And see, that is my biggest thing with Kevin Samuels. Is that when he says some shit and he says some shit that people don't like, I think his biggest message and everything is the accountability aspect and what he's critiquing you on.
Okay. Makes sense.
He's kind of trying to get you to see, are you holding, before you start talking shit about this person or this experience, how much of that experience did you hold yourself accountable while being in it?
Right. Here's my thing. I want to tap in on that right now.
Okay.
So it's no coincidence or confusion about. It seems like he definitely does have fun shooting down the fat folks.
Oh, he has a sniper rifle with unlimited ammo on big folks. So for sure.
That accountability, here's the duality of it. As we're talking about accountability. So say someone is big. Our society has unfortunately deemed on us that if you're big or oversized, you're unattractive.
Well, I'm going to just say but go ahead and finish.
Right. Society. When I say society, I mean as far as media has pushed on us certain areas that we look at. Okay, I understand you got a rebuttal, and I'm here for it. But I'm saying they push that on us, so he kind of reinforces that. But it's also, on the other hand, there's a mass majority that's what we talked about, not exterior.
Right.
They're more interior about what's in the inside and the heart and the feelings and the consideration. Right. So this is why I'm saying what our brother Kev says is not fact. This opinion is because the accountability of, I'm overweight and that's bad. But why do you think that's bad? Are you conditioned by society to think it's bad? Are you more on the exterior side, or are you also, or are you the opposite? Are you more on the I'm big because that's just who I am, and if you love me, you're more on the interior side? It's a fine line, which is all opinion and based on your own experience in life. So, people get mad, they get rough, their feathers get ruffled, they get upset about what they hear about Kevin Samuels. But how are you interpreting it? Are you taking it in as, this nigga's fact, or it's opinion, or do you even question, why am I bothered by this? You know what I mean? It's an ill game. Life is an ill game for sure.
Well,
what you got to say about that?
Let me go ahead.
I think you got sound effects,
Well, okay, so Let me load up real quick.
Load it up like I found this stash of hot Cheetos or something, man.
Let me load up real quick.
Damn.
So, as far as society is concerned, it is a proven fact that the United States is probably one of the most obese countries.
Definitely the food, yeah. Everything that we have here is stress, yeah.
We are living in luxury as far as when it comes to food. Ain't nobody making no Feed the United States commercials. All right, let's just keep that 100.
Not at all.
Now, as far as it not being an attractive thing, or now I feel like when we were kids around the 90s, maybe even the early 2000s, that was one of those things where, you know, you could kind of like laugh at somebody or you could really make fun of them. And, it was a bad time to be big. But what I've seen with my own eyes on social media, they get love. Like Lizzo.
No,
Lizzo gets a lot of support.
I'm not saying the times have definitely changed. But
even when I see certain models being posted, because what I get from that is when they get the support and they get the backing, I get that everybody is saying like the courage. You know, it's like, yo, that person has a lot of courage to get up there and, show off, to be comfortable. It's being comfortable in your own skin type of situation. So if you are big or you have something that's really noticeable, that's not common when it comes to your body, that can actually get popularized. That can actually be, that can actually go viral. So,
but I got you. But you proved my point right there.
Right.
It's not common. People say you're stepping out on courage because mass majority, if you're big, you gotta step out on courage.
It's that like, black. What? It's that black saying, "You better than me." Right? Everybody know what that means when you say you better than me, right? But the reason why I had a rebuttal for that is because society and social media has started to make it okay. To say, hey, be comfortable with who you are. And that's fine because everybody's body is built differently.
Right. But it has always been, for sure. You should definitely be comfortable in your skin.
But realistically, especially in our culture,
I feel like Kevin Daniels should be attached to realistically.
Realistically, it's unhealthy. In our culture,
no, it is.
In an African American culture, it's an unhealthy thing. And without getting too deep into that and being too preachy in that, for the record, that is okay that you are, to support somebody and say, hey, you know what, this person has went through some things, and this person is a big deal because they're dealing with this. But at the same time, we want to strive to be as healthy as possible because our culture,
Right, for sure.
It's not healthy for us. Now, when we talk about on a dating level, I think Cousin Kev be going in because I think he be thugging, and I think that comes from a place of, all right, you want to sit up here and you want to make these demands. I think that's where a lot of the conversation starts with him. It's like, you have these demands and you have these wants, and you choose not to want this, but you are offering this. Right. That's been his dialogue, whether people want to agree with it or not. We know everything he says isn't fact, but I think that's his debate every conversation. You don't want this from a man, but you want a man to want you as you are. Help me make it make sense. No, not a man, because there are men that'll take you as you are, but this specific man.
Right. And
I think that's where the disconnect comes in at, because it turns into this whole, you fat shaming, and I kind of laugh because I remember being in high school, and I know you've heard this before.
Oh shit!
I know you've heard this before.
Down Dizzy Road,
and I'm pretty sure most dudes in our section of the theater have heard this before, right? I only date dudes that's 6 something and whatever. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta be 6 feet and whatever. I've heard that, and I've heard women say that in high school. Or short men are short men are this or whatever the case it is. And the thing is that I do have an opinion, a small opinion, not a Kevin Samuels influenced opinion. The thing about somebody being big, that's hard for some people to control. They may have a disorder, whatever the case it is.
Thyroid is, or whatever.
There are things, but there are things out there that can help you with it to be able to control it, maintain it, or change it. But there are certain things you can't change, like being short.
My bad.
You can't. There's some short dudes out there.
Genetically.
There's certain things you can't change genetically. So when I hear him say some Pitbull ass shit, I laugh because I've heard the other side of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From the other side. You know what I mean?
Side,
I'm hearing a man say that, but I've heard some women say some cold shit. And I've laughed.
Right.
Whether I probably fit that description, but a lot of times I didn't, because she was probably cooking somebody, and I was just like, man, she had to do cuz like
she had to do Hakeem like that.
Yeah, she had to do that nigga like that, man. I've heard, broken dusty, these broke dusties, I've heard.
It's
so that's why I can just sit back and I can laugh, because I've heard both sides kind of go in on each other, man. Yeah. I really have. I just think it's a little weird when it's like, oh, you hate women, and well, hold on. I've never thought a woman is hate men because she's cooked a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing about me that says, I think she hate niggas.
I always play with my girl. She's man hater club, y'all. She was here right now. I do not hate me.
Stop, get off the homie. But I mean, what I do appreciate is he's promoting something that a lot of people need to understand. I read a book about dating.
Wait, bro, you can't read, bro.
I sounded it out.
I did.
All right, I sounded it out.
Harmonized the book.
I sounded it out. All right, I sounded it out. I read a book, and the crazy thing is, it was a dating book, and the thing that stood out to me is how rejection was necessary. There was a chapter in the book where it talked about rejection.
Man. It's definitely necessary in life.
And the reason, and this is what I need people to listen to: short people, fat people, tall people, cute people, ugly people, people that are whatever your situation is. The reason why
dark
rejection,
people. I'm dark. I'm black. Trust me, I got teased about it all through life.
Shut your black. No,
exactly. Exactly.
Oh man, but the thing that I appreciated about the section about rejection was that the reason why it's necessary is the whole concept behind it is to try to defer two people that don't belong together from coming together. And rejection helps that. Rejection helps that.
Push that low clip button. Go ahead, push that. Push it twice, nigga. I got heat over here.
Okay, go ahead.
So you said for two people or certain people not to be together.
It's for people. Rejection is necessary.
Okay.
The design with it is necessary because everybody is not meant to. You have your person. Everybody is not meant for everybody. What that means is, for example, when you talk to somebody, right?
Okay.
You're single. Hypothetically, or just pretend for a second. Dizzy and Dev are single, and Dev approaches a girl, and a girl approaches Dizzy, or whatever the scenario is, and I'm not really feeling it. I'm not feeling the situation. Nah, I'm cool. Nah, I don't really. Nah, she smokes cigarettes. I can't get down with cigarettes. Dizzy, whatever the case is.
Dizzy's married, by the way.
You shut it down. Business out there. Hating on the nigga. This was gonna be my time too. Nah, but I think that concept of you being able to feel a situation out, saying I'm not rocking with that. I already see some things that I'm not really interested in. Mm-hmm. I'll pass. Mm-hmm. Rejection. That's what that means.
Okay, I understand that. Yeah.
That's what that means. That creates a balance.
For
because
sure.
Yeah.
All right, I put my guns up.
Put it up.
Put my guns.
Yeah, put it up.
My bad.
Yeah, put your gun up. What you got now? Player.
I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead, pour a drink.
Can't beat them.
You lost.
Think of another plan. No, I agree for sure. I think rejection is healthy and it's a building block of life.
And it also helps you understand some things. I mean, that's a part of life too. You know what I mean? It is.
I'm gonna let you finish that. You know, you still.
I'm not gonna finish that. I'm good on this, man.
Still got a little something floating.
Little drip. But that part of Kev's segments, because that's ultimately what he's saying. You know, you're not going to be able to. That doesn't mean he's 100% accurate.
No, it's not fact. No.
But I do laugh when people try to prove him wrong with their stories. It's entertaining. I seen one lady. She was like, "I was proposed to." She's like, "I was proposed to 3 times." He's like, 3 times. All right, well, tell me about the. And it was her baby daddy proposed twice out of the.
Does that really count as another time?
No, it does not. It doesn't even.
just hearing that.
I like how you did the voice because it reminded me of the boom, 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 boom. It doesn't really kind of really.
That's how I felt too. But yeah, I agree. Like
some of the folks that get on stage with this dude is like, why did you? Don't call him.
They know what they stepping into. They know they stepping in the ground zero.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? The fish boat, sushi boat coming around. You know what's about to happen. And that's why it's funny. I mean, that's why I laugh when I see shit. I be like, God damn.
Shit wasn't funny when Action Jackson was talking shit about niggas for the past 4 years, and he found out that he was.
I didn't see that.
He was skeezing on his wife. Action Jackson, Derek Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, he cheated on his wife and stuff like that after all the years of talking about niggas that play 2K and split bills.
Bro, that was in the video holding hands, hella close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Heal together.
They was roasting, bro.
They roasted both of them.
I didn't even know. And they roasted her hard though.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then they put him on the Call of Duty cover.
Bro, I swear the internet don't give a fuck about your feelings, bro.
The internet will never lose.
Never.
Will never lose. You have to create a virus. The internet will not lose, bro. Yeah.
Bro, have you seen the video? It's a video. I don't know. It's probably on TikTok too. It's on IG. Was walking that shit the other day. This bruh's doing a little TV reality show. 2 girls on one side, 1 girl on the other side. They're all friends. He's on his phone. He's like, yo, do you got a boyfriend? They're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, these are your friends for sure. Yeah, these are my homegirls. They tight for sure. Okay, can we test your boyfriend's loyalty? She goes, oh, yeah, fine. All right, for sure. We're going to have your 2 friends call your boyfriend, and they're going to try to come, like, hook up with him, right? She says, are you okay with that? She says, yeah, okay.
What happened, man?
Yeah. I'm going to see you the video after this.
Oh.
Bruh, so they called, bruh. The 2 girls played all smooth. They're like, oh, yeah, we're here, so-and-so, and we can't get an Uber. We need your help. Can you come pick us up? Can you pick us up and maybe we could just, chill at your house? We're really drunk and we just want to, we really want to see you, just hang out with you.
Whoa.
But so-and-so can't know. And then bro was like, you guys can't get an Uber? And they was like, no, we just want, can you come get me? He was like, yeah, it's cool. Just don't tell so-and-so, don't tell so-and-so. It's good. It's cool. So bro, that's the interview. He's like, oh, he said yes. Get the phone. He's hella juice. And I'm like, oh, girl turns on the 2 girls and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys did that. Like, who calls my boyfriend and tries to hook up with him, blah, 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 this. And they're like, they're looking at you like, what? Did you not just hear the premise of what we about to do and you agreed to it?
Right.
And like, bruh, they were, all 3 of them, the host and the dude was like, what? But you just said, do you not know what's going on? Then they start, you know how the internet do.
Yeah.
They put in clips like of other people doing shit. It was one clip. They put 2 dudes in there. They was like, oh, it was a video of them talking to the camera like, oh, are you dumb? Hey, bro, I think she's dumb. Like, he's like, bro, are you dumb? Like, medically speaking. we was crying, bro. It was like, oh yeah, she dumb. Then they go back to the live video and it's a girl like tripping on her friends and her friends going in on her. I'm just like, bro, the internet
is different, man.
It's the funniest shit. It's the realest shit. And like,
the internet is the back of the bus on the field trip.
God. The back of the bus, raw sushi boat in the back of the bus. Anything goes. As soon as you walk to the back of the bus, niggas is roasting you.
Yes,
like
that's what the internet is. The internet is the back of the bus on the field trip. Bro.
All right, Dev, you fresh, you coming to the back, bro, but nigga, your fro lopsided though.
Yeah,
it's just you.
I know you ain't got on Saucony's.
You gonna get it at the back.
Yeah, you're getting cooked. Everybody's getting cooked. Well done.
And that's the internet, bro. And like, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. You know, one thing I mean, since we talking about the shit, I want people to understand social media. How long we been going, man?
Yeah, keep going.
All right. Because you know niggas gotta edit shit, bro. That shit is not.
We cooking.
Social media is not for everybody, and it's not for everybody. So if you know that, like, yo, if you get tired of posting shit, if you feel stressed out about posting shit, whatever it may be, nigga, don't post shit. Like, turn the phone off for a while.
Turn the phone over for a while.
For sure. Like, listen to that voice inside you that says, you know what?
Post some more shit.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna turn this shit off. Because real talk, I had a conversation with a homegirl of mine, and just like, you know, me and you talked before I came over here.
Right.
The month of May has been vicious.
Oh yeah, yes, it has. The month of May has been
pretty vicious. Mm-hmm. The sun has been out, but some shit been going down. Mm-hmm. So whatever you need to take for yourself to feel comfortable, to get back focused, to separate from something, please take it. Like, if you feel it, please take it.
Yeah.
And most of it is just this motherfucking phone right here. The other may be some bills, blah 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 that. And I mean, but we know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? You pay the important ones first,
right?
And the ones that ain't gonna stop you from living, you pay them when you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're living like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the internet, social media. I mean, people. Man, just, you know, strategically place yourself and take that power back of what you need to do to feel comfortable. Even if our brother Kevin is make you feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? No, you need to turn Kevin off. Kevin is online.
I mean,
nigga online, bro. I just feel like it gets wild sometimes. Like, people take it way too seriously, and you got to remember, you subscribe to the shit. Like,
all right. So what I'm going to say about the internet is very simple. The crazy thing is everybody has the internet in their hands. So how ironic is that there's a song called "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands," right?
Right.
You're made in the likeness of Him. As the book says, you have the whole world in your hands, which means you can pretty much control what happens. So,
yes, sir.
I just believe that if you can get really, really triggered by someone else's perspective or take on what they choose to put online, then there's two things going on, possibly. The first thing is you might be a little too invested into the internet, or you're not invested enough in yourself.
I dig. Yeah, headstrong. I would call it. Yeah, a lot of people are.
You know, because what you have to understand is social media is no different than the streets. It's no different. It's no different than the streets. People get jumped in the streets, right? And people get jumped in the comment section.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so you just gotta look at it like that. Honestly, the internet is a little bit safer because you can deactivate and hide and create different accounts and spam and troll and all that other stuff.
My nigga has done all that before.
All of it. I'll do it again tonight. As soon as we shut this thing down, I'm going crazy. You know,
You stupid.
but you have to understand that your opinion doesn't fucking matter on the internet. Your feelings does not matter on the internet. And not only do they not matter, but that also works the other way around. Though other people's opinions and feelings and shit like that doesn't have to matter to you either. So if you look at certain people that kind of go to the gym, they have like a diet plan and all that other shit, right? It's a mental diet type of situation too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've discussed this before on other shows, and you have to decide, what are you going to feed your mind? I don't mind watching Kevin Samuels because some of the shit he says I can relate to. It's like, oh yeah, he's speaking some truth, and some of the shit is fucking funny. Just like when I listen to a woman cook a dude, I'm like, damn, she had to do bruh like that, but that shit was funny as hell. It's entertainment.
Exactly.
It's entertainment, and you guys have to understand that. So instead of it being, well, why does this person have an audience and this, that, and the other, and why?
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment for my goddamn kids. Let me get them on phone.
So that's how you gotta look at it, man. It's nothing to lose sleep over. It's nothing to get mad at or anything like that. But bruh be thugging. Bruh be thugging.
Straight thugging.
Bruh be straight thugging, man. Straight thugging.
You know what I think is gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? He gonna get his own talk show?
That'd be great.
It's got to be on HBO.
It's got to be on either HBO or right after Steve Harvey.
Oh my God!
Whatever was going to get the most views.
You know they started to mess with Michael B. Jordan with his mustache, saying he looked like Steve Harvey now.
Michael G. Jordan. That's how funny it was.
Yo, I couldn't even think of that, even if I tried. That's the whiskey. That's the.
I couldn't even get my joke out, cuz.
My nigga said Michael G. Borden. Bruh. Yo.
I was gonna say,
yo, that's how, yo.
They said Michael got a dick duster mustache.
Yo, do you know how that's like a 16-year-old girl winning like a contest or whatever, and he'd be like, yeah, I thought you said Michael B. Jordan was coming to the birthday party. It's like, yo, we couldn't get a hold of him. We got his cousin, Michael G. Borden. Michael G. Borden, everybody.
Oh man,
oh shit, Michael G. Borden. He was in White Tiger. He was in he was in all the B-list films. He was in all the To Be Great films.
Oh, bro, I'm weak.
I don't even know how you remix that, bro. I
was trying to get my joke out, mixed with the laughter. And then I thought about what the nigga mustache might look like. And it just failed right on. A beautiful fail.
That nigga sound like a cold ass surfer, bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
Michael though has put out one, what was that Alexa commercial? Classic.
Bruh.
And then the latest movie he did with Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
Very classic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a solid one.
He had his stunt. He had his stunt double, Michael B.
His stunt double was Michael G. Borden.
Michael G.
Hey, bro, that's about to be your alter ego, man. Yo, we got Michael G. Borden on Outside Raps today. I was actually happy to see Lauren London back on something. I know she's been through a lot, so I was happy to see her back in a film. She didn't have that much time in the film, but it was good to see her back acting in something.
I felt too like one thing I felt definitely in for people that's watching, if you're interested in films or you're interested in photography or etc., one thing I felt, you can always feel a person's aura and energy through a photograph or a film.
Yeah.
Even if they're acting or not.
Yeah.
Like, if you are like conscious of those things. But I could felt that, and I felt like she was in a, I ain't gonna say super high, euphoric, happy state, but I felt she wasn't in a depressed, lower vibration state. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a good, you know what I'm saying? Like, we understand what happened, and I'm still going forward, you know? So it was good. I agree. I felt like it's good.
And I want to see her do some more. I hope she does more movies, or even if she's not acting, I hope she's at least behind the camera or producing or writing, because it was good seeing her do what we know her for doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is her art.
That's that no.
Because that's hard. That's hard for somebody to kind of capture getting back into what, you know, what their art is after dealing with some trauma like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Lauren London for real.
For sure, man. We raise what I got left to Nip, and
definitely got to raise. Got to definitely raise that to Nip, man.
You know, it's wild though. Yeah, it's wild. It was good. It was definitely good to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I got something to say, but I ain't gonna say that to this episode because I ain't trying to. Go there on this episode.
Well, what you talk about?
I just said,
speak your mind, Michael G. Borden.
Stun double. Just though, like I was just describing earlier, this month of May.
Yeah,
and how it's been vicious, but it's also been pretty. I've been thinking this, contemplating this in my mind. Well, not contemplating, but thinking about it here sparingly about death. Mm-hmm. But also, more importantly, also, everybody want to call me right now. Don't get me wrong, death is a part of life.
Yeah.
You know, it is, you know, you was alive, it's your time to go, your cycle. But I also thought about more in depth. And here, this is exactly, pause, exactly, you know, if ladies say, why men start a podcast instead of going to therapy, because you can talk about anything. And then you have other opinions from all over the world. Right. Not just one person. Right. So how I figure about, how I look at it is kind of like, you know, like I was saying, I lost 2 cousins this month. I lost an uncle this month. And I was just thinking about it, like, overall, how we live as, and I'm just focused right now I'm just focused on Black people right now, or African American right now, our people, how we live. You know, my cousin, unfortunately young, 20 years old, committed suicide, shot himself in the head. Had a 1-2-year-old son. Another cousin died from what is talked about and claimed to be is bad side effects from drugs. He was on drugs, he was off drugs, etc. But unfortunately, the cold part about it, he died in front of his mother. Told his mother he had a stomach ache. His mother went to go get him something to aid his stomach ache. When she came back, he was dead on the floor. And I'm just thinking, like, man, I'm literally driving in my car. Don't get me wrong. I'm in the top of my success right now in creativity. Got good momentum. Money is good. You know what I'm saying? Everything is is what you could ask for right now. All right. And I'm in the car driving to, take care of my business. And I'm like, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I'm in my car or wherever I'm at. And at a certain point, if I get fed up with shit that the world dishes out to me, I have to yell. I have to have an outburst. I have to expel. Like, either if I'm shooting a gun, if I'm yelling, if I'm doing anything,
I have to exalt that energy.
I have to, exactly. I have to get it out. So I may roar in my car at the top of my lungs just to get it out. Because if I'm on the street or if I'm indoors and I roar at motherfuckers might get scared, or they're gonna think you're crazy. You got an issue, not knowing what you're going through. That's the point I'm making. Not knowing what you're going through. Not knowing what you're going through. Right. Because the thing that we lack is communication. What a podcast.
Communication and compassion and empathy.
I understand. I understand. Those are vital ingredients. You may not get those.
They're all in like in the same cup. That's why I had to add all those, because they're all in the same cup.
I agree.
Yeah,
you may not get them all in the same cup though.
Yeah,
you may get them in different areas. So you gotta take them when you can get them, and you give them where you can get them. And
right.
My car, when I'm doing 80 or 90, is my place to give them.
Right.
I have to get it out.
Right.
But I had to think about it overall perspective of just how we live. Like when I say that, I'm gonna elaborate on what made my cousin turn to drugs. Turn to him to be on that. Turn into something also triggered him to get off of that.
Right.
And then he's back on again.
Right.
And then so we swapped to the story of my younger cousin.
Right.
With a kid, and what made him feel like he had to take his life at a very young point in his light. His light wasn't even shining. Can you remember when you was 20 years old? How young you were?
How much shit I didn't know.
Exactly.
How many things I didn't know at 20.
At 20.
And what I thought and how I thought I had the world figured out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, what? So you remember how you were living and what you thought life was like.
I remember talking to my older brother, and I was telling him something, and my brother has like 10, 11 years on me. And he was like, man, how old are you? I was like, I'm 20. And he was like, you're a baby. He said, you've been here only 20 years.
20 years. That's not a lot, bro.
So you've only been here 20 years. He said, you a baby, dog. I get it now.
You get it, yeah.
Because I'm around that age that he was when he said that to me.
When he said it to you.
Because I have that same age gap with his oldest son.
Yeah. So it makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense looking at my nephew like, man.
Yeah. I feel it, man. Like,
yeah.
I got a homeboy that he's slightly older than me. He said, like, yeah, man, we got to take care of the babies. We got to teach the babies. And he just kept pushing babies. And I'm like, these niggas ain't babies. And I thought about it. Yeah, these niggas is babies.
They babies.
Like,
they babies.
You're 18, teen, like
18.
You're a teenager. And then even, don't get me wrong, I am a firm believer in, age is just a number. But it also, with us, is a time, and so many things can happen in that timeline. But nevertheless, considering your timeline, how you had to live and the things that you experienced in your life, and you see how we have to live.
Right.
And the thing that we may lack most is communication, for sure.
Yeah.
But the actual, consideration, empathy in a conversation is huge. And I think that, if you listen to this, we fuck with you for sure.
Yeah.
Keep it G. This was 2 episodes we just recorded right now because we got on some real shit and we got on some Kevin shit.
Yeah, man, we had to.
But
we had to keep it fire.
Yeah, but for real, if you're listening, that's huge. That's huge that we take in consideration. We cherish that for sure.
Right.
But also the people that may not be on social media that are in your life that, they fuck with you every day. Your friends, your family, your relative. Sometimes it doesn't need an answer. It doesn't need an answer from you. Excuse me. It don't need an answer from you. It don't need nothing like that. Sometimes all you have to do is listen to somebody.
Straight up.
Like,
straight up.
Just listen, because just like how I'm yelling in the car, I'm a little different. Sometimes I don't want to tell you all my feelings. Sometimes I want to fucking yell, get this shit out.
Yep.
And that's my way of expressing.
That's my way of, it's your way of expressing, it's your way of getting it out, and then it's your way of starting the process of dealing with it.
Exactly.
Everybody talks about how everybody's different, but even the process is different. I think that's my thing that I kind of get irritated with is the sayings. Well, everybody's different. Things happen. Yeah. Go into depth of it for people to understand that, look, everybody's different. So because everybody is different, their healing process
is different.
Different, and it's going to start different. But the goal is for everybody to have the same result, which is to heal.
Yeah, I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not the same path, just the same result.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
That makes
so.
I feel that.
Some people got to yell. Some people got to go punch shit. Some people got to jog.
Yeah.
Some people got to fuck. Some people got to smoke. Some people got to go to the gun range.
Hey, if you fuck, that's a wild one. I ain't gonna lie. That's my opinion. But
everybody's different.
I'm grieving that ass.
I need some of that. Yeah, everybody's different.
About to go home and grieve tonight.
Hey, what you over there doing? It sound like you fucking. No, I'm grieving. No teeth. I'm grieving. No teeth.
Oh shit. This channel's fucked up.
It is. It gets like that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, even this right now, some people gotta laugh.
Exactly, you know.
Some people gotta laugh, man.
And this is our, at the same time, this is our expression. You know what I'm saying? This is our therapy.
It's definitely a release therapy.
Yeah.
I think we're coming a long way as black people, but especially black men.
Definitely black men,
with therapy, because that's been so frowned upon. I mean, if you look back in our history with there were so many people before us that needed therapy, like our parents, our grandparents, aunts and uncles, our great aunts and uncles. So many of them needed therapy.
Hey.
And you know what the therapy was?
Get some bread, Devin.
Get yourself some bread, Devin.
My grandpa yo, I ain't hungry. Get some bread, Devin. You be all right. All right, grandpa.
I'll get some. I just had some, but I'll get some.
I'm going to thug it out.
It's going to be good this time. It's Hawaiian bread.
No, but I would just say that to relate, for sure. I mean, our grandparents, great-grandparents were put through wars.
Their therapy is what we doing right now, drinking. Whiskey and alcohol was the only, and I wasn't even and I'm not saying that was true therapy. It was really about suppressing it.
Right.
I don't want to feel nothing.
Jazz music, good times, energy, parties.
I will say that my boy D Hustle recommended. He said at night, try listening to John Coltrane before you go to sleep. And that makes a difference.
I could see it probably would if I would get sleep.
It makes a difference.
Nah, I fuck with it. I had a period where I was fucking with John Coltrane in Oxnard in South Carolina. I was fucking with jazz, just trying to get into it to why, you know what I'm saying, why it was so classical and
dude was a genius, man.
He was very artistic and no homo, penetrating with the vibrations of it.
Absolutely.
Everybody want to call me today, bro. I'm trying to.
You that dude.
I'm delivering on.
Now you understand. I've been calling you for years, the dude. Look here. There's two Devin the dudes. All right. You got the one from Texas, and you got the one from California.
Like I said, the one from Texas. Let me elaborate. It's always good to hear perspectives from your friends. They gonna keep it G. They gonna keep it Kevin on you.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't become a saying. I really.
They either gonna keep it Kevin or they're gonna keep it Michael G. Borden on you. See what I'm saying? They gonna keep it stunned on them.
Hey, dog, that'll be the day. Yo, that'll be the day when a woman is like, please just keep it Kevin with me, all right?
Bro.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, you little Landwell. I ain't got to.
Bruh. Oh my goodness.
I ain't got time for it.
To get you off my channel right now.
He said, let me get your ass, let me get your big ass off my channel right now. See, I ain't got time for these.
And then played a music of the Walk of Shame that was so.
Listen, his soundtracks while he's cooking somebody, it's a very soothing.
Oh yeah, he lays you to rest very soon.
He's the first person I know to really go in on your ass with a soundtrack in the background. That shit it's a cold game. It's definitely cold game, dog. It's definitely cold game. I think I'm going to inherit that concept, and I'm just gonna start getting that. I'm just gonna start getting that cats with Coltrane in the background, and you know it's gonna be even worse because they got the trumpets going and the drums and. I think that's how I'm gonna start jumping niggas, man. Have Coltrane in the background while I think that's how it's going down, man.
You out here giving tasteful ass whooping.
So, officer, what happened? He was beating my ass, and he said something about Cousin Kevin. What do you remember? I just remember they was stumping me out. They had on Air Force Ones and Chuck Taylors, and I think John Coltrane was playing in the background.
Trumpets and shit.
Oh, man. But you gotta love it, man. Just remember, it's entertainment, people. It's entertainment.
Definitely.
And if you want to be entertained, listen. If you don't find it entertaining, change the channel. And if you have a hard time changing the channel, then grow the fuck up, because we have control of what we deal with. And
this is true, yeah, definitely.
You gotta understand that.
They control.
Anyways, man, I've been having a great time. Cue that music. We appreciate you tuning in to Outside Raps. It's been a cool minute. Me and my bruh Dev.
Yes, sir, man.
We knocked down the whole I ain't even been doing no drinking, bruh. This whole year, I ain't really been doing any drinking.
That's what friends are for. We come over and help you fulfill your goals, right?
You are a bad influence.
You filled it up to empty it. I just came to help you.
You are a bad influence.
Let me help you out a little more.
Michael G. Borden, y'all.
My nigga.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Until the next episode, please leave your opinions in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Cousin Kev, how he feels about the Landwells and everything like that. Shoot out some topics. What do you guys want us to touch on? All right. Until next time, holler at us. Outside Raps, Dizzy and Dev. Peace.